Hey, what's up everyone? Sebastian here from Fitness 101, and welcome to the third installment of Diet 101. Today we're going to be discussing how to calculate your macronutrients, calories in versus calories out, in the highly popular if it fits your macros approach to diet. So, if you haven't kept up with our series so far, make sure to watch the videos on our YouTube page, on previous videos on Diet 101. So, let's begin with calories in versus calories out. So, this popular conception under the idea that calories equal energy for the body. And this is in fact true. Our bodies have the ability to store energy as fat if we eat an excess of it. And we're also able to use stored energy, such as fat, if we are in a caloric deficit. But at the same time, calories coming from different macronutrients don't function equally inside of your body. That's because your body uses macronutrients differently. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So protein's made of chains of amino acids, and they play vital roles inside of our body. When you ingest proteins from meats, dairy, nuts, and plants, your digestive system breaks it down into amino acids that your body synthesizes into various chains for the construction of cells all over your body, as well as for your body processes. So complete proteins are often found in meats, dairy, eggs, fish. They contain the 8 essential amino acids your body cannot synthesize. Incomplete proteins can be found in plants and nuts and are missing one or more of the 8 essential amino acids. Protein is often classified by how fast it breaks down into amino acids in your stomach, or its rate of absorption, which depends on its biological value, or how fast your digestive system turns the whole proteins into amino acids. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are often referred to as the workers that build the cells, whereas protein are the building blocks themselves. Carbohydrates are large molecules that are broken down into glucose in your digestive system to power the muscles and organs in your body. Carbs can either be simple, which means that they break down very quickly into glucose and therefore have a powerful effect on insulin secretion, or they could be complex and they can have a more sustained breakdown. And complex carbs are generally higher in fiber, and that helps slow down the breakdown of these molecules. Fats. Fats are otherwise known as lipids, and they play an important role in the human body as well. Predominantly, fat is stored for future energy demands, but it also plays an important role in the material your body uses to build cell membranes, like the ones around your neurons in your brain. Fat also carries fat-soluble vitamins into the body instead of having them excreted, which is why we put olive oil in salad, for example. Fat can also be used as energy depending on its composition, and we're going to get into the different types of fat very soon. Therefore, while caloric intake does matter, we need to find a balance within our macronutrient intake through metabolic typing. Metabolic typing is simply choosing the best macronutrients for your particular body. Well, how much of each macronutrient should you have? Well, let's start off with protein. An article in the Journal of the American Medical Association did a single-blind, randomized controlled trial of 25 U.S. healthy, weight-stable male and female volunteers, aged 18 to 35 years, with body mass index between 19 and 30. Studies ran between June 2005 and October 2007. It concluded that in a caloric surplus, subjects produced significantly less weight gain in the low-protein diet group than the normal and high-protein diet group. Among persons living in a controlled setting, calories alone account for the increase in fat. Protein affected energy expenditure and storage of lean body mass, but not body fat storage. Based on this study and others that validate its findings, it's recommended that one takes 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. You could take more if you wish, but the findings are pretty clear that protein helps synthesize muscle and can help you with lean mass gain. So let's move on to fats. A fun fact about fats is that they don't actually make you fat. Some people believe that somehow whatever fat you consume is going to morph into human fat and get attached to your body. And that's simply not the case. I mean, unless you go over your caloric limit, then your body's going to be storing the excess energy. But how much fat should you have? Well, generally, a lot of doctors and a lot of studies have just suggested that you consume around 1/3 of your calories coming from fat. So that could be around 0.35 grams to 0.5 grams of fat per pound of your body mass. So the three types of fat are monosaturated, and they come from avocados, olives, olive oil, and other foods. Polyunsaturated, and they come from vegetable oils, seeds, fish, and they include omega-3s and omega-6s. And saturated fats, and they come from meats, eggs, butter, and other foods as well. You really want to avoid trans fats or processed fats because your body's not able to digest them in the same way as mono, poly, or saturated fats. And they could promote things such as cardiovascular disease and other diseases. Lastly, let's look at carbs. Carbs is a harder macronutrient to calculate depending on your goals. Typically, I personally fill the remainder of my calories with carbs. If you're in a carb-restricted diet, or if you have a high or low sensitivity to carbs, you should probably speak to a dietitian or a doctor who will point you in the best direction for your body. So to calculate your macros, simply follow my previous videos on how to calculate your calories. Once you've done that, you can start dividing up your calories into the different macronutrients. Just remember that there are 9 calories per gram of fat, and there are 4 calories per gram of protein, and 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates. So follow the equation on the screen, and it should help you figure out how many of each you should be having. Let's discuss if it fits your macros. The idea of if it fits your macros is that you can eat anything you want so long as it fits within your macronutrients and, of course, your calories. So there are benefits to this type of eating, and they are that you can be more flexible. You can, for example, go out to eat with friends or family and not have to worry about eating a particular type of food. The bad thing about if it fits your macros is that you can potentially be consuming more processed foods, and you're going to be having less nutrient-rich foods. So for example, if I want to take an if it fits your macros approach to dieting, I could potentially eat a Big Mac, and that's going to, consume a bit of my fats, carbs, and protein for the day. But the quality of protein, fats, and carbs that I'm eating would not be optimal for my body. I won't be eating as many minerals and vitamins as I'd like to. So it's important not to abuse if it fits your macros if you choose to take that approach. Hopefully in the near future we can make a video cast where we can discuss different opinions on if it fits your macros. But in the meantime, make sure to see what works for you. It may be easier for you to pre-calculate everything and have a meal plan set for every day of the week where you eat the exact same thing or whatever your body requires based on your macronutrients or calories. Or it may be easier for you to just eat as you go and calculate your calories and macronutrients with an application such as MyFitnessPal or Lose It. I'll be making a video on them soon. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like it, subscribe, and that way you can keep in touch with us. Send us your questions. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, WordPress. All the links will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sebastian with Fitness 101, and I'm out.